is Cher Taylor. I am a union flight attendant with Frontier Airlines based in Orlando, and I am a proud member of the Association of Flight Attendants, TWA. Our union represents over 50,000 flight attendants at 19 airlines. Flight attendants have dealt with disruptive passengers for decades, but the last 3 years have reached new heights. Flight attendants face verbal and physical assault at unprecedented levels during the pandemic. You've all seen the headlines. Unfortunately, one of them was a flight I worked. While deplaning a flight in Miami in July of 2021, like most events, this one was recorded by other passengers and it made national headlines. As I was walking through the cabin to make sure passengers didn't leave anything behind, I started to hear commotion. I looked up and saw a white male passenger in his late 50s, early 60s, around 200 pounds, assaulting someone with his left fist in between the seats in the mid-cabin. I climbed over the seats, and as I rushed forward to see if the person he was hitting was another flight attendant or a passenger, I couldn't obtain the view as to who was in between the seats on the floor. All I heard was me turning around to tell the A flight attendant to call the gate agent and tell them to immediately call the police. While attempting to do this, the white male kept shouting explicits. This effing blank, you're gonna get it today, N-word, you effing N-word. I was afraid that the D flight attendant, a black woman, was getting assaulted. She was so close to where the fight broke out. The white male continuously raised his left hand to throw punch after punch after punch to who I then realized was a black male passenger. I continued to shout at him, "Sir, stop it. Sir, you need to stop." He again shouted the explicit, using the F-bomb and the N-word, and repeatedly telling him that he was going to beat him good, N-word. I ended up having a verbal altercation with the gate agent because when he finally made it on the plane, instead of going to get help, he watched the fight. More passengers came and began to pull the white male from between the seats. Eventually, when he was pulled into the aisle, the black male that was on the floor in between the seats put himself right up and knelt down. Realizing we had no help, one of the other flight attendants called 911. The racial slurs continued as passengers separated. I want to be clear with you guys. This incident was not over a mask mandate. It was over a carry-on bag. The white male and his white female companion proceeded to walk slowly to the front of the cabin with the younger black male and what appeared to be his family in tow. The family walked toward me, still yelling the N-word and stating that they would kill all of us. I yelled to the gate agent, "That's them. Aren't you going to stop them? That's them." He replied, "I can't make them wait. I can't hold them." To which I became upset and stated, "What was the point? You told me to keep them on the plane until the police got here. What are you doing?" I was crying. I was traumatized. Law enforcement didn't come in time. The perpetrator walked off the plane and nothing happened. All of this, all because a black man wasn't getting his luggage fast enough. I've had months of therapy and struggled initially to go back to work. I'm still haunted by this incident. A few weeks ago, another incident made national headlines when a violent passenger attempted to open a main cabin door and stab a flight attendant 3 times. The violent incidents have not stopped. I want to thank Senator Reid, Congressman Swalwell, and Fitzpatrick for introducing this bill, which will ban passengers who will be fined by the FAA-CWA or convicted for interfering with a crew member or an unruly passenger on a plane. Strong penalties are needed to curb violent and unacceptable behavior. Bad behavior should not fly, and we urge Congress to pass this bill immediately.